Hello, this is Jeff, and today we're going to have a quick look at enrolment, and actually really where I'm recording this video to on request really for one of our partners down in the Dubai area, 2B Innovations. I thought I'd give them a little shout out because I really like it when partners get involved, and if they're going to be requesting us to to clarify things or record videos on things. So I think it's only fair that I give them a little plug. So there we go, 2B Innovations, and thanks for the suggestion about doing a very quick video on the enrolment process, because they pointed out a few good things. So let me just show you. So going back to the portal now, so if I just click on over here, and you can see, so when you start off with a free plan with us, let's say for example, like we have on the page here, the EPM, the Endpoint Privilege Management Solution, this is the functionality that manages local admin rights. This is what is enabled as default. So when you deploy the agent, so you downloaded the agent and you deployed it to all your systems, the EPM functionality is enabled by default, and you just need to configure it using the Windows settings or create the subsettings. Now that's not the case with the Secure Remote Access, so that is disabled as default, and you would need to go and enroll devices for that to actually work. And the reason for that is that I think most customers that might come along, or potential customers might come along to Avin by request, they're probably looking for the EPM, so they would download that knowing they're going to get that EPM functionality. The Secure Remote Access product is a little bit newer, so they may not be aware of that, and so therefore we haven't enabled that as default. We're leaving that up to the people trying to actually go and turn that thing on. So the default view here is EPM, and what I'm going to do is you can select the Secure Remote Access mode. So it's going to put everything in the portal now into the context of Secure Remote Access. And I think one of the little bits of feedback that we got from 2B Innovations was that when you don't have things enrolled, you still have the link here. So for example, I don't have everything enrolled at the moment, and if I was to click on remote like this, I get the following kind of error. It's kind of like, well, if it's not enrolled, then why is it showing me the link? And I guess perhaps that's what they would call room for improvement, maybe on our side. But anyway, what you need to do if you come across an error like this is to head over to the Product Enrolment, and you can see here, so the EPM, as I said earlier, is turned on. You can see here, so these are the buttons that turn all workstations, all servers, Apple and Linux, so everything is turned on, and the test drive doesn't need to be on because you basically enabled everything on here, and we're not saying that we want to limit, filter enrollment on a group. So what we're saying here is that everything that is a supported platform, so Windows workstation servers, Apple, Mac, Linux, is working. So you can see we've got everything turned on. So that is the kind of default state. Now if I go to Secure Remote Access, what you'll see here is I've got the workstations and servers turned off, I've got test drive off, and I don't have any groups set. So that means that, well, it should normally mean that everything is turned off. However, I have deployed some on-prem gateways that have discovered devices, and you can't kind of go in and turn those off later. So that's why we got that grayed out device. But you probably won't have a on-prem gateway configured if you've just got your free plan running. So you probably will look something like what you're seeing here. So the idea behind the test drive feature is, so let's say you've got you've deployed out all your your EPM to all your endpoints, but you just want to try the SRA, but you only want to try it on a few systems, and maybe you don't want to have to create a computer group for the kind of pilot SRA group. You just want to pick them, Okay, so this is what the test drive feature allows you to do. So if you basically go to turn test drive on and then you go pick computers, I can say, okay, so I have to save this first, sorry. So I'm going to save and then I'm going to go and pick, and I'm going to say, right, I'm going to go and enroll this computer and also the Entra one as well. So just the two, okay? I'm not going to do these servers and this one here as well. So I've done that. I'm going to go back. That's good. I'm going to save. And now if I go to inventory, those two systems, which would be this one and this one, if I click on, well, I'll go and click on the actual system here. And you'll be, if I just, I'm going to squidge my screen down a bit so that I've got some room for the remote. I'm going to click on remote now, and so I won't get this enrollment error. I now get the full sort of option. So the unattended access and the remote support access. So we can go ahead and click on the remote control, and then I'm going to just move that over here, and I'll just leave it there for now. And I could basically go in like this. Very good. So you see, I've just enrolled that computer. Now remember, the other one that I enrolled was this one here. So again, I should click on this, and I don't get the error anymore. Okay, but if I was to click on something else, like I know this one hasn't been enrolled. So if I click on remote here, it's going to give me the enrollment error. And if I was to click on it here, I don't get the remote button. So that kind of makes sense. I think that is good. I just think this, we shouldn't be showing a link if something is not enrolled. And I think that probably is what is something that we need to look at. So anyways, let's go back to, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at my Windows Server here and have a look, see if I can find any computer groups. Because here we go. So we'll do domain computers. Let's try that. Okay. And I'm going to go to Product Enrolment. I'm going to just disconnect this one here, like so. And I'm going to turn off test drive. And I'm going to turn these on, but I'm going to put in the group here that computer group instead. Okay, so hit save. So I don't have test drive, so those two systems that were selected are no longer selected. And instead I'm saying that only the computers in this computer group are able to be used for secure remote instead. So that includes that that server. I think, is this one going to be, this is an AD computer, so this one might also be included here as well. Let's have a look. Yes, it is. So you can see I've got my remote button here. So that would work. And then if we go to, so basically all my AD systems, whether or not they're, you can see whether or not they're, you know, so that I basically said that anything on my Active Directory should now be enrolled. Actually, this one isn't. So this probably doesn't have that domain control. I said domain controller. That's why. Okay, fine. Now, if for example I wanted to go and kind of say I don't want this server. I just want this, or maybe I don't want this workstation. I just want this person to have this servers that also happen to be in this group here. So I would go to Product Enrolment, click on here, and then I would just simply turn off the workstation. We don't have Mac for secure remote yet, but it should be on the way very shortly. So very soon you'll see the option here for Mac as well. I'm going to click Save, and now if I was to go back, you will see that this server will allow me to do the remote, like so. And if I click on the workstation, there it is. This one will not have the button any longer, and of course we will have that enrolment error when we click on the remote link here. So again, that is something we need to probably correct. So then, really, that's all there really is with regards to enrolment. I'm sorry if you've had some struggles with trying to figure out exactly why things weren't enrolled when you had the links here, but we will look at that. But now that you've seen this video, maybe it sort of explains itself, but you can see how you can, in summary, so you can use the test drive to pick specific things, whether or not they're part of a group or not, anything that has been discovered or is, has the agent installed on it, you can test drive and pick any one of those you like. You can then filter that further with computer groups, and that can be multiple computer groups, so it could be either any of the computer groups listed, and then you have the other option here to screen out certain scoping of platform as well. So I hope that is useful. I'm going to love you and leave you. Thanks again to my friends at the 2B Innovations for the inspiration behind this video, and I'll see you all soon. Toodaloo for now. Bye.